Good evening and welcome to this Yin Yoga practice for peaceful sleep. Let's begin today in our Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined butterfly pose. So whether on your bed or a yoga mat, find a neutral spine lying on your back and bring the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to fall to the sides. You can move the feet further away from the body to make this a little easier, or to take it up a notch, a little more on the groin. Go ahead and bring those heels closer toward the body. You can have your arms resting at your sides, maybe extended overhead if that feels good for you, or perhaps one hand on the belly, one on the chest. Find how this pose feels best for you, and then go ahead and settle into stillness here, bringing your awareness and attention to the breath now. Simply noticing each rise and fall, being intentional to shift your focus to this present moment each time you find the mind wandering, by simply coming back to that breath. Maybe scanning through the body now, noticing any areas in particular that are holding tension, discomfort, maybe stress or emotional energy. With your next exhale, see if you can intentionally release that, imagining it melt out of the body as you sink a little deeper into the surface beneath you. In this practice, we are not only preparing ourselves for a peaceful sleep through our poses, but also through our breathing. And so one breathing pattern that is really beneficial to help relax the body and is actually similar to a breathing that happens when we are in deep sleep is called our physiological sigh. So we do this by inhaling through the nose, if you're able to breathe through the nose, filling that low belly space. And then at the top of that breath, we're going to take one more sharp breath to fill the lungs a little bit fuller, and then have a slow and long exhale. So that sounds something like this. I would invite you to continue with this breathing on your own, maybe coming back to it each time you notice the mind wanders. This breathing pattern helps to downregulate the nervous system and lower the stress response, which is also connected to pain. So this is a great breathing technique also to help manage chronic pain. So I will leave you here a little less than a minute now on your own to practice going inward, focusing on that breathing. Maybe set any intention you have for today's practice. All right, go ahead and gently bring the knees together now. Simply extend the legs, remaining on your back for just a few moments longer. Give yourself space to feel the echo of the pose, to notice how those hips and groin are feeling. Simply be the observer of your own mind, emotions, and body. Then whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and transition to our happy baby pose. So bring the knees into the chest as you reach for the outside of the feet, maybe the big toes with your peace fingers. Or if that's not accessible for you today, maybe just grabbing the calves. Let's take an inhale, filling the belly, As you exhale, begin to draw the feet outward, bringing those knees down towards the mat or the mattress. So we're feeling this opening through the groin and the hips once more. Be sure that that low back is staying flat to the surface underneath you. So if you're lifting up, think about drawing that low belly in, that core in, so the back is staying flat. Maybe that means grabbing on a different area on the legs or feet. If this is still really intense for you, you can always bring the soles of the feet together to take an easier variation of this pose. Again, be sure to just meet yourself where you're at today, not forcing anything, simply giving your body whatever it's asking for, to just wind down at the end of the day, to prepare for deep rest, for peaceful sleep. Scan through the body, relaxing any areas of tension that aren't necessary for holding this pose. Allowing the muscles to surrender, to gravity to take you a little deeper. Creating that space for the fascia to release, so we can release that stored emotional energy and regulate our nervous system. Come back to that breathing again, focusing on that inhale through the nose, filling the low belly space. And having that sharp inhale to fill a little bit more before sighing it away, letting all the air leave the lungs. We have just about 1 minute left here. Continue to breathe deeply, mindfully. All right, my friends, when you are ready, go ahead and release those feet, finding your way into a rebound once more. Palms are facing up, and scan through the body, just noticing once again any changes you've begun to feel. Let's take one more inhale here. As you exhale, in your own time, turn onto your left side, and then meet me in tabletop for our next pose. We're going to take our melting heart pose now. So be sure that those hips are staying aligned directly above the knees. Then begin to walk the hands forward, extending through the arms as you allow the chest and forehead to melt downward to the surface beneath you. If it's a little too intense to have the forehead all the way down, then maybe try placing a pillow or block under the forehead. If you want to go a little deeper, then maybe try resting your chin down instead of the forehead, allowing the chest to come down a little bit further. Take an inhale, inviting peace into the body, with another inhale at the top. and sigh it away, letting go of anything that isn't serving you in this moment. Being deeply present in the here and now, rooted in your body, anchored to the breath. Continue to take just a few more slow and deep breaths here, and then we'll take a different variation of this pose. All right, with your next exhale, gently walk the hands back up into tabletop. Be sure that those hips are still aligned over the knees. And then we're going to take a thread the needle version of this pose. With your next exhale, reach the right arm under the chest. And that left arm can extend ahead. So here you can just be resting more on that right arm, or you can twist a little deeper, looking under the left arm. Play around with the positioning of that bottom arm before you settle into the stillness. We're just going to do this for a minute on each side. So come back to that breath, bringing that focus and awareness into the body, into this present moment. With your next exhale, untwist the body, coming back into that tabletop. And then we'll take it right to the other side, threading that left arm under the chest now, right arm reaching ahead. Again, playing around with the positioning of that bottom arm, maybe resting more on the arm going into the shoulder, or perhaps twisting a little deeper, taking it more into the upper back as well. This is your practice, so always do what feels best for your body, adjusting anything or modifying in order to meet your unique needs. This is a practice about functional alignment, not aesthetic alignment. It's all about tuning inward, listening to the wisdom of our body, becoming more aware of what we really need, instead of being led by the ego, being led by a deeper intuition. Great job. With your next exhale, untwist yourself once more, and with as little movement as possible, find your way into a rebound again. Maybe gently tucking the shoulder blades down and back, palms facing up, and feel the echo of the pose. All right, let's once more turn onto our left sides and meet me seated for our next asana. We are now going to take our caterpillar pose, or seated head to toe forward fold. So sitting with the legs extended ahead of us, first make sure that you're able to sit up with a straight spine, especially in that low back. If you're having trouble and the hips are kind of rounding out there in that low back, then try sitting on the edge of a pillow or bolster to give the pelvis a little bit of a tip. Wherever you're at, let's inhale as we lengthen through the spine, neck drawing tall. As you exhale, first begin to fold forward from the hips, keeping that flat back. If you have any low back pain with this, then just stay as far as you can with the flat back. But if you're ready to go a little deeper, let's take another inhale, lengthening once more. As you exhale, gently begin to fold forward with the rest of the upper body, forehead reaching towards the knees. Resting passively here, allowing everything to be heavy. Arms can be resting next to the legs. Or if you're a little more advanced and want to go deeper, maybe you're going to interlace the hands around the feet or place the palms under the heels. Again, be sure to listen to your own body. Ease into the pose slowly. With this practice, we want to find our edge, that place where we feel an effective stretch happening without pain being there, but we're still able to maintain control over the breath. So start gentle, just easing into the pose. And as we're here, if that fascia feels like it's beginning to release, and then you can find a new edge, then maybe deepen the pose a little bit then. This is never a race or competition. This practice is really about nurturing ourselves physically, emotionally, mentally, even spiritually. So there is no need to compete, to judge yourself here. Simply allow yourself to be in whatever condition you're in right now. Allowing yourself to be held by your mat or the surface beneath you. Just one more minute here. Wonderful job. With your next exhale, gently begin to roll the spine back up one vertebrae at a time. And then find your way onto your back again. Gently tuck those shoulder blades down and back. And feel the echo of the pose for just a few moments. When you're ready, go ahead and lift the right knee, hug it into the chest. Maybe move it side to side a little bit. Take an inhale. As you exhale, begin to draw that right leg across your body, being sure that both shoulders are staying grounded here as you look over the right shoulder to complete this lying spinal twist. As you inhale, draw that breath into the spinal cord, feeling this gentle decompression for the spine. And sigh it away, allowing all the air to leave the lungs, maybe twisting a little deeper if the body allows. Inhale, filling the belly, following it with another inhale at the top. And then sigh it away, relaxing into this pose, becoming heavier against the mat. Relaxing anything that doesn't need to be used to hold yourself in this position. We have 2 minutes left on this side. Since we are getting near the end of our practice, I'm going to leave you some extra time here to enjoy this blissful stillness. Breathe deeply, inviting that peace and relaxation into the mind and the body. With your next exhale, gently begin to untwist the body, releasing the right leg. When you're ready, pull the left knee in towards the chest now. Once again, maybe just moving that leg side to side a little bit, loosening up the hip joint. Take an inhale. As you exhale, use your right hand to help draw that left leg across the body, looking over the left shoulder now. Once again, being sure that both shoulders are staying grounded. Then simply return to that breath again once you've found your stillness. Take 2 sips of air in through the nose. And sigh it away. As you continue on your own like this, simply notice those pauses at the top and the bottom of the breath. In the stillness of night, when worries roam, where anxious thoughts find their way home, release your fears, let them gently depart. Embrace the trust that resides in your heart. Let go of the doubts that plague your mind, and surrender to peace you'll surely find. For in the depths of sleep's tender embrace, anxiety fades, leaving only solace and grace. Have faith in the path that life will unfold, a tapestry woven with stories untold. Release the grip of what you cannot control, and trust in the wisdom that gently extols. As darkness descends and stars softly gleam, believe in the power of a tranquil dream. Let worries dissipate like whispers of air, and surrender to trust that you're deeply loved with care. For in the realm of dreams, worries recede, anxiety yields, allowing your soul to be freed. Embrace the serenity that slumber bestows, as peaceful visions guide you wherever you go. So lay your head down, dear weary friend. In the arms of sleep, find your worries to mend. Trust in the guidance of morning's renewing light, to cradle your spirit throughout the night. In this tranquil sanctuary of dreams so deep, may trust be your lullaby, soothing and sweet. Know that you're held in life's gentle embrace. Rest now, dear one, and find your tranquil space. With your next exhale, gently untwist the body once more, finding your way into our final Savasana. After being in a twist, you may find it helpful to gently lift the hips and roll the spine back down in order to neutralize that spine. Gently tuck the shoulder blades down and back. Allow the arms to rest at the sides, palms facing up. And once more, scan through the body, exhaling away any remaining tension you notice. Being aware of the shifts that have occurred throughout this practice, whether that's mentally, emotionally, or physically. And let's come back to that breath once more, taking 2 sips of air in through the nose, and sigh it away. Again, inhale, and let it go. One more time, 2 sips of air, and sigh it away. With your next inhale, imagine a wave of relaxation washing up the body. And as you exhale, imagine it washing down the body, carrying away any remaining tension as you feel yourself sink a centimeter deeper into the surface beneath you. Inhale, a wave of relaxation washes up over you. And exhale, tension moves away as you sink into the surface beneath you. If you want to stay in your Savasana longer or are ready to fade right into sleep, then simply stay where you are, and I will have a Yoga Nidra practice set up to play next to help guide you into the deepest states of relaxation. But if you're ready to finish with me, then with your next exhale, go ahead and turn onto your side and meet me seated for one final closing breath together. Inhale as you reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to prayer, heart center, as you thank yourself for taking the time to honor your mind and body in this way today. Thank you so much for choosing to join me for this practice. I truly hope that you enjoyed it and that your sleep is peaceful and restorative. If you liked this video, please do me a huge favor and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay up to date with all of my latest classes. Yoga is a very competitive topic on YouTube, and so all of the support that you guys show me, whether it's commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing, etc., means so much to me. So thank you again for any of the ways that you support me in this channel and for joining me for today's practice. Sweet dreams, my friends. Namaste.